guys are absolutely amazing. Number one team in the world. Number one team in the world.
Welcome to Believe This Is It. I am so excited for all of you. This weekend is all about you winning. You believing in yourself. You are going to leave this event with the belief that you need to charge for your dreams. You're going to have to dig down deep in your soul and realize that you got what it takes to make this happen for your family. A lot of these friends of mine have put their heart into companies, building a business like this in network marketing, and they've been let down. As we approach a $500 million company, are you thinking at all about selling or changing the model of our business?
You know, I don't think of myself as a genius, but it doesn't take a genius to realize that when you've got a good thing, you should probably hold on to it, right?
I've been working with the This Is It team since the very beginning, and I have to say, over a decade in this industry, this is one of the most professional teams I have ever worked with.
Steve and Gina, all the leaders that you see here on the front row, these are amazing people. I beg you, listen to them, be coachable, and you will have the best chance ever of winning. Be the light to people everywhere.
You need to believe that you are going to be sitting in these seats up here with SPDs. You just have to choose to partake.
Believe in yourself and go make it happen.
Disney is going to take second place to where the magic's going to happen. Because it's going to happen right here in this room with these people because you are going after your dream.
Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Yeah, this is it. Go!
Man, we are so fired up. Anybody out there got a dream? Has anybody got a dream? Come on.
This is it. Go!
I want you to go out and start dreaming again.
Every day you wait and you procrastinate, it's a possibility that you could not win. The more you procrastinate, get over your fears, get over whatever issue it is. If you've got a fear, you got to start reading, working on it. You got to break through. You got to get home and get your butt in gear and work it. When they start seeing you work it, it will be a complete game changer in your business. A complete game changer.
What we have in the belief in this system we have here is we don't equip salespeople. We equip people how to win by sharing better.
Don't listen to your thoughts that are telling you negative things. Speak to yourself. I can do this. I can talk to that person. These two small kids from West Texas have stepped on every continent because of this industry. This is our 40-minute all-expense paid trip because you've got to see the end from the beginning. There's hope in this little, tiny, amazing, magical patch. And there's hope in this opportunity. And we all have it in our hands.
You cannot have come here and leave the same. This was an investment in yourself. This was an investment in your business.
My boys will see this beach before they're 30 years old. So I started pre-framing. I believed it so I could see it. I could see my boys on the mountain. I could see my boys on the beach. Sometimes it's just one moment, like on a mountain, or one moment on a beach. But then there's other times when it's layers of conviction that get you to a point where you finally see something bigger.
Lifeway truly is one of the best in direct selling. A winning combination that I fully expect will continue to set records and exceed expectations. I believe you're in the right place at the right time. I wish all of you are able to achieve the dreams of your success as you go forward. And then I just finally ask, why not you? Why not now? I look forward to watching LifeWave another 20 years. Thank you. God bless.
They are world champion leaders in this industry. There is no one like them. They are the strongest teamwork you will ever meet. And best of all, you can trust them. Did you hear me? You can trust them. They have your best interest in mind.
What I'm telling you is, you've been praying for an opportunity. God sent it to you. What are you waiting for? Get out of, I'm gonna tell you what's holding you back. It's you, my friends. You're overthinking it. You're thinking too much of what people think about you. And you know what? People don't think about you that much. All right? Get out of your own head, guys. Get out of your own head.
Get ready for it.
We needed to get to 200,000 points. We had to pull at 70,000 points. 70,000. Some of you are trying to get to 10. Senior director, that's a walk in the park. Okay? So we had to pull 70,000 points out, you guys, in a short window of time. I'm talking 15 days. And guess what? On the 15th day, bam! We hit it. Just like that.
You were created with power and purpose. And if you're married, your spouse needs you strong. If you have kids, your kids need you strong, okay? If you're in a relationship, your partner needs you strong. Your community, the world needs you strong. So if you believe that this is it, stand up and make some noise.
If you don't jump on board with LifeWave, what else you gonna do? I guess you could ask your boss to double your paycheck. If you have your own business, maybe you could work twice as hard. That probably won't work either because you're probably already doing that. This is your chance to get financially free. There's not another opportunity to plan this good. Don't miss it. Cindy and I invested $1,600 in this business 24 months ago. Now we're earning over 1,000% ROI per week.
Highs and lows. You have to be really good at managing highs and lows in this business, because if you look back over your career, if you really do something for 30 or 40 years, you remember good times and bad times by years, sometimes even decades. And so you got to get after it, and you got to go fast, and you got to just create momentum as fast as you can, and then just power into it.
The most powerful thing you can do is create curiosity. You never just want to put it all out there. You want people to come to you and say, hey, what is that? What are you doing? What is that patch? What does it do? You want people to wonder, and you want them to ask you. I'm so excited. I've got my hands on something that nobody else has. It's super unique. It's not a Me Too product, and not hair care, not skin care, not supplements, not makeup. There's zero competition, and everyone with a heartbeat needs this technology.
What's the problem with this phone? Well, the problem is your belief. But before you got in this business, you're like, hey, Bill, hey, you want to go play golf? But now you get on the phone and you're like,
terrified.
Hello.
What do you see in the opportunity that offers a promising alternative?
So much. Time freedom, financial freedom, the fact that we actually share hope with people, the fact that we're impacting people all over the world. Here we have team. And so it depends on our team's performance, and together everyone is achieving more.
You have the perfect storm of opportunity, and if you don't take advantage of it, you're going to lose.
Right. Why do you believe everyone here should take this opportunity seriously?
I think it's inspired by God.
Wow. Wow.
I don't think it's coincidence that we're using light to heal people.
When someone starts having success, people start trying to duplicate or copycat. Tell us what you've done and seen in your research.
I've done the research on them, and I mean, I've used them. It's not the same. No one on the planet, like I said, has something like this.
It's now or it's never.
And so what I love about the X39 is that it works throughout the body. It's not one specific organ, one specific region, one specific joint or anything. It's systemic.
Get ready for it.
This patch is amazing. It makes you smaller, more attractive. I was like, David, is that really fair? If I get any more attractive, will I have any friends? He said, it's okay, Karen.
Guys,
we talk about a lot of money, right? And I said, Virginia, if we make any money, I'm going to take you shopping. And we made our first check, and it was real nice. And as we were pulling out, this guy come running out, and he said, hold up. And I said, what do you need? He said, Mr. Monk, next time you come here, you can park in the Dollar General VIP spot.
I think of memories of our kids, of our grandkids, of my parents, the beach, a home. You know, we gave up that dream home and it crushed us. I'm going to be honest. It took us 1.5 years to build that home. Put us in such a financial hole. But I never thought that we'd ever get it back again. But I'm here to tell you that in this room, dreams are being reignited. A part of me died. A part of me died. My baby, who was completely normal, who spoke, who looked at me when I spoke to him, lost it all. My son would bang his head on the floor over and over and cry for hours. He was sick, and I had to do what I had to do to help him. So I went aggressively. I said, you know what? We're going to fix this, because this will not be your story, Alexander. This will not be your story, Alexander.
Heavenly Father, thank you for this opportunity to remember all of those who have given the ultimate sacrifice.
Your reason why it might not be a job. It might be your parents, your siblings, your grandkids. Something that'll make you emotional. If your why don't make you cry, it's not big enough.
So we want you now to move to the phase of your dreams being realized.
Consistency is a superpower in this business. You will fail without consistency. And this business is a monkey see, monkey do. If you're not out there doing it, your team is not going to do it. If your business is, if you're not signing people in, if your business is not growing, it's dying.
It starts right now, right? And we want to encourage you to dream big, because I don't think many of us are dreaming big enough.
They have to dig down deep in your soul and realize that you've got what it takes to make this happen for your family. We believe you can do it.
Okay. Well, welcome. We are super excited. It is 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the dime, and I have the privilege of actually introducing a special guest speaker today. Man, I just got back from Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. What a phenomenal trip. Amazing. We'll be sharing a little more about that later. But we got an opportunity to meet Gary Burke through a good friend of ours, Brendan Duplessis, who's actually in South Africa. And so he got a chance to meet Gary through Zoom, through BNI, which is awesome. And the more I got to know Gary, the more that I love this guy. He's absolutely phenomenal. He's a phenomenal business leader. He's a personal leader in once again, his community. He has a passion to help people, and more than anything else, he has a desire to help other people win. And so he has been winning big time with this, and he's about to get to the next level. And so we're super excited to have him share today. So Gary, I'm going to hand it off to you and have you share this amazing opportunity with everybody today. So take it away, Gary Burke. You're awesome.
Thank you, Greg. I really appreciate it. I am honored to be here today to do this presentation, and glad to have everyone on. And before I even get started, I want to really thank Steve and Gina for this platform. I want to thank my mentors, Greg and Mena, and I want to thank my sponsor, if he's here, I don't know, but Brendan. Yeah, he's here. Brendan from over in South Africa. And just so you all know, I'm in Miami, Florida. Brendan is in South Africa. He's the one that sponsored me into the business. So I just wanted to just open it up by saying that. And Greg, thank you, and welcome back from your trip to Punta Cana, sir. Welcome back. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into the presentation. And I hate to even call it a presentation. I call it a blessing is what I call it. And let's see here. We're going to get started. And I hope, Greg, can you see my screen?
Yep, you're good to go. You're awesome.
Okay, great. Let me just go here.
Please record.
All right.
Please record.
And I'll be muting people as people get on.
I think he was asking to record, Greg, maybe.
Yeah, it's actually being recorded on YouTube live right now. So you're live on YouTube, and it's going to be recorded there.
Live
so
and ready to go.
We'll be sending a link out right afterwards. Absolutely.
Awesome, awesome. So the question I have for you all is, have you been patched? Have you been patched yet? And I want to also say, before I even get started, if you're here today, it's because someone thought of you. Someone loves you, someone cares about you, and they invited you here because what you're going to see today is nothing short of amazing. I was introduced to this about 6 months ago by, as I said before, Brendan. And prior to that, I knew nothing about LifeWave. And I'll tell you this real quick about my experience real quick, and I'll move forward. When I was introduced to LifeWave, I struggled with high sugar. I struggled with high sugar for over 12, 14 years. And when I finally got my patches, I came in at the highest level. I was so impressed and I was so enthused, came in at the highest level. Now, what happened to me may or may not happen to you, but this is my story. So the day I started using the patch, my sugars were at 300. Now, I don't know if anybody know anything about sugar or blood sugar or things of that nature, but it was pretty high. I used the patch about 4 days after using the patch. My sugars came down 75 points. Now, if again, anybody knows anything about blood sugar and things of that nature, that's an amazing feat in and of itself. So I was amazed. I jumped in. I began to tell family, friends, and everyone that would hear me. I began to tell them about the patch. And that's why we're here today. So again, I ask, have you been patched yet? David Smith is the CEO, inventor of this awesome company. So we have to give tremendous accolades to the scientist, the inventor, and the CEO of this amazing company, which is called LifeWave. Mr. Smith, David has over 100, it says 130, but I believe it's closer to 150 patents at this present time. He's the scientist and inventor, as I said before. He specializes in age reversing. In 2008, he focuses attention on stem cell research, which is now why we have this wonderful patch before us right now called X39. And it took about 10 years, $4.5 million for this patch to come on the scene. Now, this is the actual patent. Now, you could be like I was. I actually printed the patent out. That's just me. I did. So if you want to do it, please do. But I want to just highlight this. Embodiments as a result of elevating copper peptides, including activation of stem cells, improvements of energy, elevation, and antioxidants. I don't know if you know what a patent is or how it works, but if you are to get a patent, the product must do what it says the product does. So we would not have a patent on this particular product if it did not do what it says it does. Why X39 stem cells? Well, it's simple. We all know that we're getting older, right? The older we get, the fewer stem cells. I mean, we still have the stem cells. They just start going dormant. So at the age of 30, about half of our stem cells are active. At the age of 60, most of our stem cells have become dormant. So what it is that this particular patch, which is a proprietary form of phototherapy. And if you don't know what phototherapy is, we don't have that kind of time for me to dig into it, but Google it. Patented nanocrystal technology. It's a small quarter-sized patch. And in that patch, there are nanocrystals, salts, and natural things of that nature. Everything is holistic. Everything is natural. It reflects the light from the body. You don't need the sunlight. I mean, it's great to go out and get sunlight. We all know that, right? But you don't need sunlight in order for the patch to activate. So how many know that our bodies are just, we are energetic forces, right? We have energy and light within us. So what that patch does, it takes the light from our bodies, it reflects the light to our bodies, and our stem cells then become active. Those dormant stem cells become active. And it's non-transdermal, which means nothing goes through the skin. There's no medication, no drugs, no stimulants, and it's non-invasive. Just wear the patch 12 hours on, 12 hours off, and let the patch does what it does. Now it says LifeWave at the bottom of the page here, read the small print. LifeWave products not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure or prevent any diseases or medical conditions. We must say that, okay? What are the benefits? Well, you can read for yourself. Strength, mental clarity, reduce inflammation, restore muscle and skeletal condition, increase stamina, improve sleep. Listen, I told a friend of mine, I hadn't dreamt in, I would say maybe over 30 years. I just didn't dream. If I did dream, I did not remember them. And recently I started using the patch and I'm having multiple dreams a night, right? It's so crazy to me. I'm like, I can't stop the dreams from coming. So I'm definitely getting the improvement of sleep, energy and vitality, improved skin appearance. So some of us are experiencing all of these. Some of us are experiencing some of these. But at the end of the day, the patch works. All you have to do is wear it and the patch does what it's supposed to do. Now, this is a topography of a 77-year-old woman's brain. 77 years old. Now, we all know that red means danger, right? We stop at a stoplight, that means don't go. We dare not go past that stoplight because there's danger ahead. Well, in this, we see red in the first session. 77 years old. Before she started X39, you see session 2, 3 weeks in, you see that the red is totally gone. And after session 3, which is 6 weeks in, we see that her brain is calm. She had a complete turnaround. Now, we can all agree, or I hope we can all agree, that if her brain looked that way at session 1, that means her body had inflammation in it as well. It wasn't just concentrated in her brain, it was more than likely throughout the body. But we can see at session 3 how the body is now calm. And she wore this patch again for 6 weeks. So if you can imagine what it could do for a 77-year-old woman, what it could do for you at all ages. These are the long-term results per our case studies. This is itinfo.com. So if you want additional information, please visit thisisinfo.com. But this is what we've noticed. And I love that Gregg says this. If anybody knows about red wine, and I don't drink, but anybody knows about red wine, they say that, you know, it resets a couple of genes, right? Maybe 2 to 4 genes. This resets 4,000 genes in your body in the first few days. It begins to reset 4,000 genes. Within 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced. That is amazing. Totally amazing. And within 3 months, your collagen is increased. Now, as a man, I never really knew this. I always thought about collagen being something, you know, that women would be interested in. It helps the skin, it's all smooth and things of that nature. But do we all know that collagen is throughout our body? It's throughout our body everywhere. So within 3 months, your collagen is increased. Within 6 months, your heart reverses in age. We have testimonies of people who've gone to their doctors, and after tests, the doctors have said to them, your heart looks about 8 to 10 years younger. And it's because they've been on a patch for an extended period of time. Now, it's not anti-aging, it's age reversing. This is what our founder, our CEO, our inventor, David Schmidt says. How to wear it. To be totally honest with you, you can wear it anywhere on the body and it works. But for the purpose of the patent purpose, we had to do case studies, and those the patches had to be worn in certain areas. As you see here, first one is underneath the navel. The second one you see on the C7 behind the neck. So that's where the case studies were focused. But what we found out is you can wear the patch anywhere and the patch works. So you wear the patch for 12 hours on, take it off 12 hours later to allow your body to repair and rejuvenate. I normally put my patch on around 10 or 11 in the morning, and I take it off around 10 or 11 at night. Give it 12 hours a day. Please do that. Then throw the patch away. Put a new patch on the next day. So it's called wash, rinse, and repeat. You can wear more than one patch at one time, but it's not necessary. But you are allowed, or you can wear more than one patch at a time. Drink plenty of water. Drink plenty of water, and not just your regular purified water. Drink water with minerals. We have your spring water. There's a salt, a Celtic salt you could add to your waters. There are so many things that you can add that can help with the minerals in the water. So those mineral waters can help. The patch does what it does. So it helps the body absorb the energy, absorb the patches information that is given throughout the body, and it just simply works. All you have to do is wear the patch. Okay. Now, X39 is so sophisticated yet so simple to explain. And I've explained to you and I've given you kind of a broad view. And this is not a training session. This is more of an overview because we want you all to get it. We want you all to understand what you have at your fingertips, what we have in this company as LifeWave. So what I would like to do right now, we would like to call a one of the testimonials up, a live testimonial that's going to let us know what the patch has done for them, give us their testimonial, and we'd be glad to hear from it. So Greg, would you like to take the first testimonial and I'll take the second one?
So you're asking me to give my testimony, is that correct?
No, I believe Manna said you all had one. If not, I do have a testimony.
Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, I apologize. We were trying to find a video. We had a video that Ken sent us, and we could not find it. I apologize. So I'm going to hand it back over to you. So I miscommunicated here. So we're trying to find that. So we didn't have that. Apologize. So go ahead with yours, and if we can find it in a second, we'll share it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, thank you, Greg. I appreciate it. Well, what I would like to do, I would love to call up this next person that's going to give you her testimonial. And once you hear it, it tugs at your heart. At least it tugged at mine. And I would like to call her up right now, Shamika Davis. Shamika, can you unmute yourself and give your testimony, please?
Good afternoon, everyone. How are you?
Good afternoon, Shamika.
My testimony is about the X39 that came in it gave such a great results for my son. I have a 6-year-old son. He's on the autism spectrum. He have ADHD. He has so many different things that we were dealing with. He have seizure disorder. As I said before, he's 6 years old. My brother came home and, Gary came and was like, listen, try these patches, one for you, a sleeve for you, a sleeve for Josiah. And I said, okay. And I was at my wit end because he was getting phone calls every day in the principal office every day with behavior, ODD, everything you could think of, he was diagnosed with. And I remember saying, okay, it got to be something to help him. And then the X39 was introduced to me. I started putting him on the X39 back in May. And when I put the patch on, I noticed that he was able to focus. I noticed he was able to articulate. I noticed he was able to learn. And the teachers was calling saying, what are you doing different? Josiah is doing great, his behavior. And then I noticed that there was no more the seizures had ceased. He hadn't had a seizure since I patched him back in May. I went to the neurologist. I took him to the neurologist and she was like, okay, how is he doing? And she was like, you haven't called me. I noticed that I haven't gotten a call from you. And I was like, no, because he's been doing great. And she asked me, what happened? What did you do different? And I told her I started putting him on this patch every day, 12 hours a day. I put him on the patch. He's writing, it was like just a complete turnaround for his behavior, for his seizure disorder. His grades are great in school. And it's just been a blessing since he's started the X39. Not only him, because like I mentioned, I got 2 sleeves, one for him and one for myself. And even with myself, when I start patching myself, I suffer, when they say about the heart health, I suffer from AFib. So I've been dealing with AFib for 24 years. Since I patched, my heart rate have not gone up. It's been wonderful that I have not had to deal with AFib or go to the emergency room or anything like that. because I've been stable with my heart. And just putting it on 12 hours a day, staying hydrated, it's been a blessing for me and my family. So that's my testimony. Thank you.
Thank you, Shamika. That's an awesome testimony. I really appreciate it. And if you don't mind, Greg, I have one more short testimony and I'll call that person up as well. And Austin, and I believe Austin is in an area right now where he's not able to come on camera, but Austin, if you would, I would love for you to give your testimony.
Absolutely. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you fine, Austin.
Yeah, I wanted to definitely thank you for giving me this opportunity because I joined right around the same time, May. And real quick, I've been struggling with chronic back pain from an injury I sustained 30 years ago, and it's just been nonstop for me at the time. And when I got introduced to the patch, you know, I was told to kind of
Austin, unmute yourself, Austin.
Yeah, I apologize. We were trying to mute someone else, muted you by accident.
Okay. So I don't know where you guys muted me at, but anyway, I think I was talking about getting introduced to the patch. So when I started wearing the patch, I didn't notice anything. Let me just say it that way. I wasn't skeptical about saying the patch is not going to work, but I was wanting the patch to work on my pain, right? But what happened was, I think the patch does what it's going to do. It's going to stimulate stem cells. Those stem cells are going to go other areas that's needed the most repair. But I was thinking it should be my back. Maybe it's the stress levels. So anyway, cut the long story short, about 15 days of wearing the patch, guys, when I tell you no exaggeration, I woke up for the first time, because normally when I wake up, I'm in pain level at least 8 or 9, no exaggeration. And that one particular morning, I woke up with absolutely no pain. And I was like, wait a minute, I must be dreaming. I started wiggling my body and trying to see if I can make myself, you know, in pain. I know it sounds weird, but literally in 15 days of wearing the patch, and now, like I said, this is back in June, I think it was at that time, and this is now November, and I'm waking up every morning with no back pain. And I tell you, it's no exaggeration, it's no persema, it's no falseness in this. This is real. I'm a living example that this patch is doing amazing work, because again, it's not the patch is healing, my body is healing. From the inflammation, I think that Gary mentioned about one of the things that it does. So I just wanted to share that. Along it also, I'm like, I had floaters in my eyes, they're gone. So a lot of different things I'm starting to pay close attention to. You know, that basically is doing a lot of amazing things. So that's kind of my testimony real quick.
Thank you, Austin. I really appreciate it. Austin and Shamika, there was some of the most amazing testimonies. And I am so happy to hear the testimony, and I hope that what you heard, it resonates in you. Austin, I had to stay on top of Austin. I just kept telling him to wear the patch, wear the patch, wear the patch. And when he did call to tell me he was no longer in pain, it was like, wow, that was just amazing to hear. And my sister as well with my nephew, amazing testimonies. So thank you two again for giving us your testimonies, and I'll continue to go on. So real quick, these are just a few photos that we've shown before. We have a before and after of a gentleman with vitiligo. 3 months in, you can see the difference. You see a young lady at the bottom left of the screen. You have 3 months and she had Bell's palsy. You see the difference. You see someone in the middle there, 10 days of psoriasis before, 10 days later. You see another one with 12 days with getting some type of stitches, and 12 days later, you see the difference. We also see someone day one, it seems to be poor blood circulation. You see they have the patch directly on the affected area. You see 5 days later, you see the difference. Day one over here to the right, you see someone who has, it looks like water retention and swollen ankles. And you also see the after pictures. We also have some of the athletes that we've seen that we know of that are on the patch: Michael Phelps, Serena Williams, David Beckham, Lorenzo. So with that, and I'm kind of just moving forward, but with that, I said earlier that we wanted more information. This is at info.com. On that page, you have as much information as you'll ever need. You have several videos on that particular page that's going to tell you about the science of the patch. We also have a testimonial tab there where you can click on the testimonies and you can see maybe hundreds of testimonies of people who have testimonies similar to what you've heard today. Now, real quick about the LifeWave, the company itself. It's a 20-year-old company. Steve and Gina likes to call it a 20-year-old startup, right? So it went from a $20 million a year company. Now we are, I believe we are forecast to make about 600 million by the end of the year. But you see just the growth, the immense growth of the company. We operate in over 75 countries. It's not a Me Too product. Now, if you don't know what that means, let me explain to you. There are so many companies out there, so many opportunities that they are Me Too. Lotions, potions, pills, all kind of things. So this is not that. This is a patented wearable technology that nobody else has. And if I'm not mistaken, we have about 16 years left on this patent that nobody else can come in and do what we're doing. So if that doesn't excite you, I don't know what does. All right. So we also want you to know that LifeWave is ranked the #1 momentum company. And this is per businessforhome.org. If you don't believe it, type it in yourself and go check it out. Businessforhome.org shows that LifeWave is now ranked the #1 momentum company. Now, this is the part that I really, really want to emphasize to you. What is the most important thing in your life? Is it family? Is it time? Is it freedom? What is the most important thing in your life? And I guarantee any of those things that are listed here that should resonate in you, LifeWave has the answer. LifeWave has the answer is if it's family, if it's your time, if it's your freedom, if it's less debt, LifeWave is here for you. And I want to just go into this real quickly. We don't have the time to dig deep into this, but I want to give you kind of an overall view of what this means. So we have here what we call our compensation plan. The wonderful thing about LifeWave is that all it takes is 2 legs, your left leg and your right leg. And when you're able to find 4 individuals who want to help others like yourself or like myself, I was able to reach this particular position in about 3 weeks. So we get 2 people on your left, 2 people on your right. They come in as a minimum of a core membership. We'll explain that a little bit later. And once you build your organization, you can earn up to $25,000 per week. Per week. I want that to sink in. $25,000 per week. Now, let me clarify something, because one thing I believe in is being very transparent. Do not think that when you come into this company the next day, you're going to make $25,000 per week. That is not the way it works. There is some time and a commitment that's needed. You need to put effort. You need to build your organization and do as our mentors tell us to do. And when we do that over a period of time, you can earn up to $25,000 per week. And this is only one of the ways that we make money. I want to make sure that's understood. This is only one of the compensation ways that LifeWave pays us. Now, this is even more exciting. We have what we call matching bonuses. What does that mean, Gary? I'm glad you asked. So the first way, we're building 2 legs, right? Left leg and right leg. This particular way is even more exciting than that, because you can make more than $25,000 per week on this particular payment plan. So what this does is first, second, and third levels, as you see there. Your first level means that if I was the one to sponsor Gregg in, that's really wishing there, right? If I had sponsored Gregg in, whatever Gregg makes, the company would then compensate me 25% of whatever Gregg makes. So if Gregg made, let's just use a simple number. If Gregg made $5,000 that particular week, then the company would pay me what? $1,250. They're paying me 25% of what Gregg made. Now imagine this. You saw that first plan where people are making up to 25K. What if Gregg made 25K that week? What would the company pay me? Well, I tell you, it would be a lot of money, right? That would be exciting in and of itself, that I would make 25% of whatever Gregg makes. Now, let's say if Gregg sponsors someone into the company, whatever that person made, the company would then pay me 20%. So you understand why this is exciting, and you understand why you can make more than 25K per week. Now, that person that comes in under Gregg brings someone in as well. Guess what? I'm making 20% of what they're making as well. So now you understand how this can go from a $25,000 per week cap to unlimited income. This can be unlimited income. So this is another exciting way that the company pays you. So I want you all just to understand we have several ways of being paid. I just went over 2 ways of payments with you. So I want that to sink into your brain, sink into your mind, to understand the immense opportunity that stands before you. Now, this is how you become a brand partner. Now, all of the things I've said to you, everything I've said to you thus up to this point, you should be excited. As I said to you when I initially started my presentation, a gentleman from South Africa named Brendan Duplessis brought this to me. I didn't know Brendan from an apple. I didn't know if he was a con man. I didn't know he was a scammer. I knew nothing about Brendan. But once he explained this to me, I immediately came in at the highest level. Yes, I immediately went and got my credit card and I came in at the highest level. But before I get ahead of myself, let me go back to core. Core, if you decide, core is where you will come in if you really didn't want to do the business. And I sort of think that anybody doesn't want to do this. But let's say you didn't want to do the business. You just wanted to wear the patches. Then great. You come in at core. You get 3 months of patches. Each sleeve has a 30-day supply. You get 3 months of patches for $295 one-time payment. And then you go on an auto ship of $99 per month thereafter. And that would give you 3 months of sleeves and an auto ship of new sleeves per month. So a new sleeve per month. That is our core. $295 one-time fee, $99 automatic shipment fee after that. Advanced, this is for the person that wants to make money, right? This is for the person that wants to open up the opportunity to make money. This one gives you 6 months of patches. You get 6 sleeves for $535, a one-time fee of $535. It's going to give you 300 personal volumes. We won't get into that right now, but 6 sleeves of X39, and you can then start your business with LifeWave. Now, as I said earlier, this is the one that excited me the most. Premium. You get 20 sleeves. You get enough sleeves for an army. This is where you want to share the information, share the sleeves. If you live near someone, you can give them a sleeve or two until their sleeves arrive. This is for the serious entrepreneur. $1,750. It gets you, again, 20 sleeves of patches. Now, if those of you like myself, you want to save money, instead of paying $99 for each sleeve, you're now paying $87.50 a sleeve if you come in on the premium packet. This is where you're going to accelerate and maximize your LifeWave opportunity with X39. You cannot go wrong. And if you happen to come in on the advanced or the premium, and you come in on a 2-sleeve recurring auto ship, my God, you've simply opened up the floodgates of opportunity to make money with LifeWave. So we are asking you, for those of you who are serious about making money, who are serious about building a team, advanced or premium is for you. For those who just want to stick their big toe in the water to see if the water is fine, then core might be for you. And I also want to tell you this: if you come in at core or advanced, you can always upgrade. If you upgrade, you only pay the difference in the packages. So for instance, if you're on the core and you decide to upgrade to advanced, you would pay the difference between the $295 and the $535. You would get the 3 additional sleeves, and you would then be an advanced brand partner. The same with premium. So I hope that everybody understands it. If you don't, please get with the person that invited you. They will be glad to explain this information to you. Again, we have information. You have thisisit.info.com, and we have This Is It Team. This Is It Team is for our brand partners. For those of you that come on as brand partners, you will utilize the thisisitteam.com site for all the information you need to grow your business. For those who just simply want additional information, thisisitinfo.com is the site that you would visit. It will give you more information about the LifeWave X39 opportunity. Now, Gregg and Minna, and I'm going to pick on them for a minute, they just came back from an amazing trip to Punta Cana. And what I love about this company, I'm sure Gregg and Minna, they're going to speak to us about it and kind of tease us about the wonderful time they had. But this company also sponsors all expense paid trips throughout the year. As I said, Gregg and Minna just returned from one. We have another one coming up going to Punta Mita. I hope to be on that trip, Greg and Minna. I hope to be on that trip. So this is where you get serious about your dreams. This is hope for your future. Get started with X39 today, please. I don't care what anybody says. I want to research it. I got to look deeper. The patch does what the patch is supposed to do. Will you do what you're supposed to do? Will you spread this opportunity to others you love, to others you come in contact with? You cannot go wrong with X39. And I believe that's it from my side. Greg and Minna, I really appreciate and thank you all so much for allowing me to be the presenter for today. And before I turn it over, I really want to say Happy Veterans Day to all of our veterans. We appreciate you. We love you. With that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Greg and Minna. Thank you very much, Greg and Minna, and welcome back.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Gary. You're awesome. Thank you so much for sharing today. And thank you again for obviously recognizing veterans. It is Veterans Day, so we do want to recognize veterans for that. And again, for all the people who serve in the armed forces, people that serve in obviously the police and the firefighters and any type of, I think, service out there. I'm always saying, the ways that we try to serve people, try to help people makes a difference in everybody's lives. And thank you, Gary, for being a servant leader today. And so, yeah, we're super excited. So I'm gonna share a couple different things with you because we had some things that we want to do is obviously recognize some people. We want to talk a little bit about some things that we were just at, where we just went, which is absolutely phenomenal. We do want to let people know because we've had some people ask us. There's no Saturday training. Sorry about that. I meant this should say no Monday call tonight. So sorry, I had the wrong Zoom on here. But there's no Monday call tonight because we are actually on the trip to Punta Cana. And so the one thing that was great about that, so there's meetings we usually do here in the U.S. At 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. There will be no meetings for that. We are still doing our actual leadership, our next level leadership training that we're going to be doing actually starting in about 25 minutes. And I'm going to Benna kind of
can everybody just stay on mute?
Yep. And we'll be just taking a few more minutes to kind of explain a couple of different things. But we want to recognize some people because, again, while we were gone, which is always awesome, there's a bunch of people who ranked to new levels. And the one thing I'll have to do is kind of explain a couple of different levels that Gary was talking about. The very first one is manager. So you want to talk to me a little bit more about this?
So really the building block of our business is manager. And it simply is you getting started, like Gary explained, and you did an absolutely amazing job, yes. Gary, really clear and concise. So get started at the advanced package if you want to participate in all of the profit sharing. So you get started and you then talk to your core four. Who are the four people that you love? Who are the four people that you feel this is your social responsibility to share this opportunity with them? Not only from the health aspect of it, but from the wealth aspect of it, like Gary explained. So you go to work, you pick up the phone and you tell them, like you would tell them about a good restaurant or a good movie, and you share with them, oh my goodness, this amazing product, you have to try it. And I thought about you enough to give you this call. Get your core four in, 2 on the left, we call it a binary, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, at the core package or above. And then you are known as a manager. And that opens you up to make that 1,500 on the binary cycle that Gary shared with you. Mm-hmm. Then you want to help 2 of those 4 people go manager. That's really what it is. We become manager making machines and get really good at it. And then you start getting those big checks, like the $25,000 a week, okay? So help 2 of those people become manager, and now and then you add a core or above on the right, a core or above on the left. So that would be 3 in total on the right and the left. And you are now a director. And that opens you up to more money on the compensation plan. So that it's simply that, okay?
Yeah.
And that can be done in a day. That can be done in 2 hours, like some people have done. So, so you want to get started and you want to get manager done.
Yeah, we met a bunch of people on the trip, and one of the people said binary is beautiful, and I also thought binary is bountiful. It's beautiful and bountiful. It's pretty amazing what can happen from that. So we got some new people we want to recognize as brand new managers while we are gone. So the very first one was actually someone that is part of different teams. So you want to introduce them?
So Mindy Rosenbaum, she got started with us just a few months ago. And she is under Jeff Petker, who's in the St. Louis team. And Jeff Petker's been sponsored in by Josh Holdaway, which you all know as one of our presidentials on the team. So well done, Mindy. She's in the US, so she's obviously working right now and couldn't jump on, but we want to congratulate her. And then Galen Matsumura. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I think that Gary and AJ can tell us a little bit about Galen. But Galen, I believe, saw the opportunity, saw that the product is amazing, and she is on here today. Maybe you just want to say hi, Galen, and
why you're excited,
and tell us why you're excited.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah, I've never been more excited about any product in the health and wellness space ever, and I get pretty excited about a lot of products. So very grateful for the opportunity. What I will say that's been very unique just about this whole experience, I was actually introduced to LifeWave a couple years ago, back in like 2022. But at the time I was like, the friend that introduced had amazing results. Her father-in-law had Parkinson's, late stage, reversed after like a year, lived a good life. But it was the way that it was introduced was a very different experience because LifeWave has multiple products. So coming in, and I got it from my dad, and it was a little too complicated at the time with all the patches. And so I just he wasn't using it consistently. And then I kind of forgot. And then, as we evolve and grow and transform, it's like the right opportunities present itself when we're ready. AJ approached me after and within a week, and he was on it with so many different opportunities. I totally forgot about it. Within another week, a friend from another cohort, I met her, and she's on LifeWave, pretty much retired on LifeWave and X39. And so I was like, oh, this is a no-brainer. Like, I got it. Like, when God gives you the signs, you take it. And so the simplicity of the approach with just using one patch, the structure of the way things are being presented on the call, because the way that it was presented to me and everyone else, it's just word of mouth, which is phenomenal. Its testimonies are amazing, but just the structure of the training, the resources, the testimonials, and having some place to go where people can share, and there's some structure, order, and just cadence to it all. It makes such a huge difference if you're looking from a business perspective to be able to grow a business. And so what I've seen here compared to so many other companies, the leadership is just tremendous, so organized, and there's so much excitement and momentum, but the process and the systems work. Yeah. Breaking down the compensation structure, the way that it's being broken down, it's super exciting, because now as I introduce people to share the opportunity on the health side, like, I'm 100% congruent that, like, it's so easy to blow up the comp model. It's just it's not a matter of if you blow it up, it's just a matter of when. Amen. Do you stick to that, and do you follow through? Because I think so many people will quit not understanding how the binary works, and right before when they're so close, you know what I mean?
Yeah, great job, and thank you for sharing.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations! So we're always excited to have new managers. You're tracking for director very quickly, and senior director, and so on and so forth, which is awesome. So now we got a couple of people who want to recognize as well. But Galen, thank you so much for sharing. Also, if you want to introduce,
so Regina Watkins, and I believe that Sherry sponsored Regina, and I don't know if Sherry's on, but I do believe I saw Regina. So Regina, just 1 minute of why you're excited about the products.
That would be awesome. She should be still on.
Yes, hi. I'm so excited. I'm a person who loves to help people. So to be able to give this information and be able to help and touch somebody's life, it's just phenomenal, and I'm excited. I'm very excited. Just, I can even see in my own household the changes and the things that are my health is getting much better. So yeah, I'm very excited.
Yeah, well, thank
Absolutely.
you.
Congratulations
Thank
again.
you.
That is absolutely fantastic. And so it's amazing, like I said, and some people are just stepping up and they're running to the next level. And so that's one thing that's awesome. So the next person is almost at the next level already. They hit manager. So Ricardo and Heather Ivory, we're so excited for these guys because they've been running. And all of a sudden they break a manager, and all of a sudden they break another manager, and all of a sudden they finally go manager. So guess what? They're like one away from director, which we're super excited. I think they just registered someone today. So Ricardo and Heather, I don't know if you're both on, if you want to share for a minute, that would be amazing as well. I saw Ricardo on a minute ago, but he might be at work.
Yeah, so I believe he's at work and cannot unmute. So,
Yeah, no
so we
problem.
just want to congratulate you, and
Yes.
we want to say, hey, you know what? That's what it is. It's breaking managers, and the more managers you break, the higher up the rank you go. It's as simple as that. Just like Galen was saying, the simplicity of it, and we are on the fastest growing team in all of LifeWave.
Yep.
So those of you who are on here and those of you who made the decision to be connected and be part of our community, you've made the right decision. Just watch your business rocket ship all the way to the top, and you too can enjoy all those amazing vacations. They do come with very, very late or early hour. we got to bed at like 3:30 this morning.
Yes. But it was well worth it.
But we're awake and we're
That's
excited.
why we had Gary say, can you do the whole meeting? We're not sure what time we're going to be back and everything else. We got some people that are still stuck in other places. Like, I don't know if you saw that Paul and Josh are still in Charlotte.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. So, but again, we also want to remind people of actually in South Africa and also in Europe that they have this week. You got 1 week left. You got to the end of this week is actually going to be, you can actually earn extra money for actually ranking up. So we're going to encourage you, just like everybody else that was just recognized as ranking up. We encourage you, if you're in Europe or if you're in South Africa, to rank up. So again, you can earn an extra $100 a manager, $300 as a director, $1,000 as a senior director. I know a few of you on here that are shooting for that. An extra $1,000 in South Africa, that's a pretty good payout. Executive director, presidential, senior presidential, all the way up. It's amazing the different ranks that people are hitting, and it's absolutely phenomenal. So take advantage of this. These promotions don't come along, but usually maybe once or twice a year. So take advantage of it while it's there. So take advantage of this week. So the one thing we obviously came back to from a dream trip, but again, I use this picture all the time because this is one of my next dreams. Once again, your drive is derived by your dream and your belief that you can have that dream. And to pick on you, Gary, for a second, you said, I hope. Now, hope is a good thing, but you have to profess it. You say, I'm there. I don't care what it takes. With the help of God, I'm going to be there. So again, by saying that and professing it, guess what happens? Things happen. So even by us professing, saying, we're going to be on the next trip, we're going to be on the next trip. We've won 5 free trips this year, 5 free trips. This is our 5th free trip. And again, every single one we fought for, every single one we strive for, but every one we believed that we would be there. So once again, we tell people, let your mind dream. Let your mind dream to all the different things you can do. What a beautiful picture. Once again, that when I saw this, and of course, let your body travel. That's what we decided to do. So we've been able to travel to all these different destinations around the world. And we're not done yet. We're in November. We still got several more trips. Metta's actually heading to South Africa actually in a few days, which is pretty amazing. So the one thing that we obviously just came back from Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. Pictures do not do this place justice. It was absolutely phenomenal. This resort is massive. I mean, massive. I mean, we got walking workouts that you wouldn't believe, and thank God they had trams, because Meta prayed for the favor of the tram system to pick us up, because the trolley system, what do you want to call it, was absolutely amazing. But the beaches were stunning. I was trying to load some videos. For some reason, the videos wouldn't go on here, so I don't know why. I got to figure that out, but we'll have some of that for later. But again, some of the different videos. But we did include some different pictures as we're flying in the area. The water there is absolutely gorgeous. This is not our resort, but this is basically near the airport. And again, the beaches are stunning. They're absolutely beautiful. I mean, just literally like a mile of beaches. It was just absolutely fantastic. It was a long walk to go from one end, to the other. But again, I got to do an excursion. Mena, unfortunately, did not join me for the excursion. She's not big on water, but anyway, so I love the water and having a great time. But we actually went snorkeling actually on these catamarans. Was very, very cool. Absolutely beautiful. The water, the islands there, everything else is actually stunning. The pictures, again, don't do it justice. I had some videos.
So Anna said she.
You know what I didn't do? That's amazing. I forgot to share the screen from the right place. I thought I did. How bad is that?
Thank you,
So
Anna.
sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me back up for 1 second. I'm going to just show these couple different things. Sorry, sorry about that. So again, so some of these different things we talked about, your mind, it's the mind dream, your body travel, Punta Cana. Like I said, I mentioned the resort itself was absolutely stunning itself, the place where it was. These are just some of the pictures that we took. But again, the beaches are amazing. The places that we went to, one of the excursions that we did was for catamaran, which is absolutely fantastic. So the water there is just beautiful. If you enjoy tropical weather, this is a great place to go. If you don't like tropical weather, go to Alaska. No, I'm just kidding. So it's absolutely amazing. This is absolutely beautiful. The watercolors, again, you can see the bottom and watch the fish swimming and everything. And I got videos I'm going to share with you, but I'll share with you another time. But just a stunning, location where we went. Again, the resort itself had, I think, 13 pools or something like that. So again, everywhere you went was water, pools everywhere. It's just water features. This was actually at a Mexican restaurant. Had an amazing time at this place. We went to the hibachi place, which is basically where they do all the food in front of you and stuff. Went to all these different restaurants, all you could eat. Literally ate more than we should have, but it was absolutely fantastic. But the one thing they talk about, they actually had a breakout once again for a couple hours where they talked about the numbers, everything else. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in our next level training. But they said, talk about the best way to protect the future is to create it. And that's what we tell people. This is all available for you. It's all available for us to participate in. And so when I look at last year, once again, the picture that Steve and Gina got on a drone, not all the people on their team were there. They had other people out on excursions, stuff like that. But look at this year. Now, again, I don't know if you notice a difference there. So the patch will improve your eyesight. So we're somewhere over here. I don't even know where we're at. I know we can't even see ourselves. We're somewhere in the crowd over on the left side there. I'm somewhere over there. I'm not even sure. But it was absolutely amazing to be a part of this. And again, once again, had people standing up on the side and people just everywhere. We got a chance to meet so many leaders from around the world, I should say around the country, around the North America. It was absolutely fantastic, and it was just amazing. The beach there too. And then so one thing I did is we took pictures of people's names and then also put Punta Cana 2024, and then the tide came in and literally washed away everything except for Punta. And then I said, oh, that's right, we're going to Punta Mita in 2025.
And so we're not going alone.
We're not going alone.
Taking a ton of you with us.
Yes. So we had a bunch of people on our team there, which was great, but we want a lot more. So that's the goal. I'm personally thinking 100 people plus. That's what we want to do personally. So once again, you tell us how many people you want to have there, and just say, you know what? I will be there. When you say I will be there, I will be in Punta Mita in April 2025, guess what happens? You're going to be there. So that's the part we want to make sure you understand. This is another trip that was just a picture that just came in.
This is the European and South African qualifiers that qualified for Marrakesh, Morocco.
Yep.
And you can see they're having a fabulous time. So we're going to hear all about it because it was also this last week. And by the way, South Africa and Europe, your next trip is Croatia. So
yes,
who wants to go to Croatia? I think I'd rather go to Croatia.
I think we may just show up there anyway, just in case, visit with all our teammates. So again, these are the reasons that we talk to people about this. So again, we're going to talk a little bit more about all these things once again on our next level training. If you say, hey, I want to get to the next level, that's what we recommend. Once again, getting on these different trainings that are available. Now, if you can't make them, they are recorded for those people that basically say, you know what, I want to get to the next level. Some people say, well, what does the next level mean? It means that you're at a certain position now and you want to be at the next level. So again, I always say, where do you want to be by the end of 2024? And then also, where do you want to be this time next year? We got some big, hairy, audacious goals that we've set up, and a lot of you are familiar because we've been sharing with people, but we want to make sure you understand all of this is available. Everything that Gary was talking about has been available. Again, we've been very, very blessed because, again, of people like Gary, all the people on our team that have worked together. There's so many of you on here. I don't want to keep on mentioning names, but every single person on here that says, you know what, I've got a dream, I got a goal, I want to make an impact in people's lives. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to make an impact in people's lives. All you need to do is share. All you need to do is talk to people, and that's what we're going to talk about again. Is getting to the next level and sharing with others and helping other people. We want to hear the wins for the week. We just shared a couple of the wins for the week, but there's a lot of other wins for the week, or a lot of great things that happen. So we'll talk more about that on the next team meeting, or the next Zoom meeting, in 10 minutes.
So I see a lot of people have put their hands up to want to get to the trips for next year. So. Let us know how we can help you, because it is teamwork. We didn't get there on our own. It's teamwork that gets us there. But we were willing to work, and we were willing to put in the effort and do what it takes to actually qualify And honestly, it really is worth it. You will never, ever say, oh my gosh, I did that all. You'll come back just feeling so energized, excited, ready to help the next person. I mean, in the airport, even at the resort, there were a ton of people that didn't know about our amazing X39.
Yeah.
There were so many people walking around and people wanting to know. So we got to share it with them, and
we're in lines actually going through the turnstiles at the airport, and you patch this, patch that. People were just talking about the patches, and it's like, yes, you can tell who's on the team, which is pretty fantastic. So, but again, you need to be on this next trip, and that's why I saw a bunch of people who said, I'm going, and that's what you need to do. I would recommend getting the tracker, getting once again a picture, whatever it is that represents to you that trip itself. You can actually look at Punta Mita, Mexico. It's right near Puerto Vallarta. Get some pictures, get some videos. I've got videos that I have, and I'm going to actually re-record with the videos so we can present that a little bit better because it got a little choppy. But again, these are things that you want to keep it in front of you. I had a friend of mine who actually said the same thing, that they had a picture on it and they taped it to a string in their doorway, basically, to the bedroom. So every time he walked in his bedroom, boom, it smacked him in the face. He's like, oh, that's right, I got to make some phone calls because I want to be on this trip. And that's what you need to do. You got to think of whatever I can do creatively to actually trick my brain to say, you know what, I'm going to do whatever it takes. And then what we do is we come alongside you and we will help you get it done. And we helped a lot of people get to this trip. We're going to help a lot more people get to the next trip. And we're very excited about that. So again, we're done for right now. So join us in 7 minutes. We're going to be on on our next one. If you don't have that link, talk to your leaders or get a hold of us and we can send you that link. But this is really the training specifically for people who want to get to the next level. And we're going to help you do that. So we're going to recap some different things, but make sure you understand that once again, you can do this. We believe in you. And Gary, you're awesome. We're so thankful for you, Mr. Soon to be elite senior presidential director, because we're claiming that for 2025. Because again, you're getting to the next level, you're getting the next level, again, next level, and you're moving forward. You're taking a whole bunch of your team with you, which is exciting. So again, Gary, thank you again for sharing today. We appreciate this. This was live on YouTube. We'll be sending the link out, and the next one will be live privately for the group that we're going to be doing the meeting for. So besides that.
And we're back here next week, Monday. So, well, I'll be in South Africa.
Yeah, you will be.
So
I'll be here. She'll be in South Africa, and we'll be doing the meeting.
You'll be in St. Louis. Okay. Well, anyway, we'll be back here. So do join us again and bring your friends, because you don't want to keep this a secret. Okay, that's how we go. That's how we grow. And that's how we get to go as well. So thank you for being on, and reach out to us if you need anything. We appreciate you all, whether you tuned in from South Africa, Europe, or USA. We are grateful to have you on. Thank you.
We're so blessed. And get back together with the people that you're working with, and then tell them, say, what do I do next? And they're going to say, launch. We're going to help you launch and get you going. So besides that, God bless you guys. Thanks again, Gary. Appreciate you. You're awesome. Thank you, everybody. And we'll be seeing you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
everybody who
you,
shared.
guys.
Great testimonials. God bless you guys. Talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.